Fairy Tail, second triple chapter set. Okay, now both Naruto and Fairy Tail last week, your comments were flagged for copyright infringement. That's crazy. I don't even do any video editing as of yet, so that was just nuts. This week, I'm going to try within 48 hours to get the viewer comments turned around. It's about 3 days or 2 to 3 days with the Naruto. But anyway, start to make them a lot better. Now this week, you guys did an awesome. You've done for several weeks now, and me, I've waited almost to the last minute. I've had some other things. It's just when I was thinking of doing this, it didn't happen. But anyway, you don't want to hear excuses. You want to hear me do viewer comments. So I'm going to try to do better. One funny thing though, I went to a fast food place today, and I don't know if anybody else has had this experience. And you call in your food, and you listen to the person on the other end. There was a young lady, okay, and she was baked. And it was, I'm listening to it, but it was funny. You could tell she was in a really super good mood. And then I went to pay, and she was in a really fun place. But it was just so funny. But anyway, it was hilarious. Moving on. I just thought it was so hilarious. But anyway, all right. KX Mixer X. And this was really good. Last week was kind of tough as far as the chapters. They were good. There wasn't a lot to cover, but this week I think we really got some energy out of the chapters. KX Mixer X. Nobody does fan service like Hiro Mishima. Anyway, these chapters were pretty good. I'm really hoping it sticks with the classic FT feel. I love it myself right now. I enjoyed the Grand Magic Games Dragon War arc. The conclusion sucked, but it took too long, and it seemed like it lost itself a third of the way in. This feels much more like a Gulen Island arc, though. Speaking of Minerva, I hope she got some kind of power-up or something, because the all-star Fairy Tail team in the field right now, she doesn't stand a chance alone. Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting. She's just so evil. I'm sure there's going to be more characters join. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Now I'm going to say something particularly may sound weird. I didn't like the Gluna Island arc. I thought it was just too stupid. Hiro didn't. He makes some interesting choices, but I didn't like his. He just made it too goofy. He just did odd things. The structure of it was really good, and he actually introduced characters, and of course there was set up for things that happened later. So if this is going to be set up, which is kind of what it looks like, fairly structured, enjoyable, characters will keep coming in, we'll get some, there's a good pace to it, then I'll love it. But and I feel excited because of that, like I said, because I don't think he's gonna repeat the same mistakes again. Like I said, that was just silly. Yeah, that was silly. And as I told anybody that, but anyway, I'll cover that on another video actually. But anyway, and then KX Mixer X. Nice review. I appreciate how you keep it short and concise, then devote the lion's share of your time to viewer comments. Well, that's because you've already read the chapter. I try to see things that stood out for me, or maybe something that to highlight it a little bit differently, because I realize that most people that are watching my videos, you've already seen other review videos. You've already made up your own mind. You've read the chapter. So what can I add to you without? Let's start at the beginning. If I sit there and let's start at the very beginning, and if I do that every week, then everybody will lose interest in it, and I'm not going to have fun with it either. And that's why I do this for fun. Sure isn't for the money, I'll tell you that. But anyway, and it's really your comments that add the value. And this is something what you've said right now. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I do keep bringing it up because you're really writing the dialogue. You're bringing up the subjects. It's your different viewpoints that keep this interesting, and I really do appreciate it. Okay, and the reason that a lot of channels can't do this, in my own opinion, is the fact that most people, while they have things to contribute themselves, not everyone actually wants to listen to someone else's opinion, and I do. I'm really good that way. So that's kind of one of my strengths, and that's what I play to is my strengths. Now, if it was going to be the analysis, that's not nearly as strong. But like I said, the whole crowdsourcing method, it's a lot more fun. Well, anyway, it is for me. All right, really do appreciate your kind words. And CAL Legends, awesome review, man. Appreciate the kind words. Kayusuku Nakamura, not sure. I thought Fairy Tail got canceled. Just the anime, and actually they went ahead and evidently, I guess a part of this was for Neverworld mentioned that they went ahead and said they're bringing the anime back because he's the speed that he's kicking these things out now, or at least he has here, they have enough material they can go ahead and start getting. That's another good thing for Fairy Tail fans too, is, and I really have to see, Hero did an awesome job, but of that much effort, and the quality was there. I defy anyone to tell. Nobody has said that the quality of the art in these chapters suffered. I haven't heard that from anybody, and I didn't see it when I read it myself. So that's pretty fantastic that he's put in this extra effort to go ahead and get ahead. And the main point I'm driving to in this is hopefully we can expect more of it. I would really rather see double chapters. Triple chapters may kill, Hero, so I don't really want to do that. But some double chapters every once in a while to keep things, kind of ahead of the anime. I think that would be, it's greedy fans, right? We'd all love that. Okay, Comic Bob 9. 3 more chapters. First, I didn't really remember the first half of 341 that well. I remember suddenly having a chronic nosebleed and blacking out for a while. Like the rest of the story, we finally get to meet one of the 4 gods. And I've been curious about these guys. When we first saw their silhouette, I kind of figured that the Warlord's magic might be forest-related due to the shape of his head. Walrot, I think it was Walrot, wasn't it? Walrot comes off humble, but then he brings out the wood. XD on some Hashirama trip. I kind of like Walrod's, I think it's Walrot, wasn't it? Maybe it's, but anyway, explanation about how the 10 Saints are chosen, how they aren't necessarily the strongest in his world, and his comment that there's also wizards outside the continent much stronger than him was kind of intriguing. Now, I want to say something. I think maybe I saw for Neverworld's thing on this. I've watched a fair amount of his reviews, and he's way more knowledgeable than I am. Something that he mentioned, and something I wish I would have mentioned in my review video, was, which I don't think I said, was how humble this guy was. A lot of times you expect, someone at that higher rank to be really arrogant or this and that, and to see someone that humble was really nice. It had a nice feel. The whole thing had a nice feel, and that was one aspect of it that I didn't bring up, but it was really nice. So, continuing on with Comic Bob 9, so the Fairy Tail Guild was founded by 4 great wizards. I wonder if there's been other important places founded by 4 great wizards. Cough, Hogwarts Castle. Last week's chapters felt like maybe FT was going back to the good old days, with the elements of what made it good in the past, and this week's chapter feel that way again. Now with the beginnings of the next arc. So we've got a city full of giants on some One Piece trip. We've got powerful ice magic related to Urs, and we've got the return of Shudder Minerva. If Minnie Mouse and Orochimaru had a love child. Alright, let's stop with that a minute. Minnie Mouse and Orochimaru love child. It would be Minerva. The city would have frozen over by her presence alone. I'm still trying to do the mental work on that. I can already see Natsu eating the eternal flame and getting the power up. Or Gray might be learning some new ice magic. This seems like just Gray, that I'm pretty sure I put in. This is very Gray-centrific. I think finally he's really going to have an arc that's really centered on him, and as long as his annoying I can't even say other half, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. As long as I don't have to deal with that stupidity, Gray's fine. It's only the pairings. Now, I don't mind pairing. Pairing's fun, but anyway, I've already mentioned my stuff on there. Okay, continuing on. Whoever's behind the frozen village could have been whoever taught her ice magic. Awesome idea. Or somebody related to her in some way. By the way, we're here on page. Did you hear that Fairy Tail anime is returning? I already mentioned that. Thank you. I thought that it was still kind of soon, considering how close to the manga it still is, but Hero said he's bringing it back. Yeah, as I already mentioned, yeah. But you were like 5 days ago, so you actually beat me first to it. Okay, and let's see. Appreciate it. Conley Bob 9, really do appreciate it. And it's always easy to read anything you've written. I just hope that you end up making a living out of writing somehow, in some way. The talent is just simply there. And a lot of people are very good at it, but it's just so easy to read your stuff. But anyway, continuing on. I'm not really saying that to be kind either. It's just a fact. All right, Kirigor Seizu. Someone else I really appreciate reading. I think Gray in this arc will be crucial. He even said after touching the ice that his magic feels somehow familiar to him, even though he's never seen that kind of ice spell. So it looks like there is some person he associates with this magic aura. Will be interesting to find out. Yeah, it's very good so far. I'm kind of disappointed with Walrod. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it is Walrod. After all the hype those four were given, supposedly being like demigods, we got a character that is somewhat of an eccentric hermit with little to no offensive magic. Well, that we know of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in Fairy Tail, Universal, without magic used to fight the others, you're practically useless. Even Wendy and Chilia, whose magic have some support-based uses, are able to put a hell of a fight if need be. Well, that maybe that's what he is. He's got some kind of support magic. Maybe that is his main thing. Maybe he's somebody that'd be almost impossible to kill, but he doesn't have much offensively. But we don't know. The truth is, the guy just may be humble. You may find out he can totally kick ass. So we will definitely see on that. Kirigor Seizu continues. And throughout the series, Hero failed to display creativity of the use of any offensive magic in battle. It's a fact that, in my opinion, it closes the door on us seeing the supposed ranked 4 wizard saint, which, as we learned, is more of an honorary title conferred by the Council in Action, which is a shame, as it could give us some diversity from the always seeing the same old members of Team Natsu. The fair criticisms. But we don't. The only thing is Walrod. I thought it was Walrod. But we just don't know yet with this guy. Like I said, he could just be humble. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let comments stand. Very well put, by the way. And let's see, a little bit more Conley Bob 9. A little bit more back to Kirigor. I'm really having a hard time today. Seizu, Conley Bob 9. Well, maybe we'll see a lot more from him. Remember the tree of... Wait a minute. He's actually responding to, I believe, your third comment. Okay, hold on. I think I'm going to get this. I think I'm going to get this squared away. Kirigor Seizu, again, his third comment. This is turning to a rant. Rant on. But I really hope for something more out of this guy. Nature magic is nothing new to us, since we've already seen both Azuma and Grimoire Heart and the girl from the Order of Hungry Wolves, and fought Wendy using it various ways. So I feel that whatever we may get from this character, it won't really be that much exciting. Okay, now 2 responses from Conley Bob 9. I know what you mean, though. My impression of the guy is that he's extremely modest. So even if he says that he's weak in battle, he may be able to do quite a lot. If he can get trees to shoot out the ground and stretch for a mile, he could send a lot of wood flying at his opponents like Hashirama. Ooh, and there we go. He may even be able to do move any plant, move and attack his opponents. There's probably a lot about his magic that we don't know yet. But he doesn't like to fight or toot his own horn. We'll probably be seeing a lot more of him. Remember the tree... I'm not even going to pronounce it, which kept those with FT Mark from dying so long as they were on island. It could have been his magic that created the spell. Very insightful. That's very interesting. Or maybe a combination of his magic and Mavis's that allowed it to work. He's a founder. He would have been there. That's very interesting. I like that. Back to Kirigor Seizu. Comment 4. This guy is right from Walrod's flashbacks is probably Makarov's father, given his similarities to him and Laxus. Considering that the other two were still alive, and we've got Mavis in the form of a spirit. It is possible that he is alive as well. He may even be one of the remaining 3 heavenly kings among the wizard saints, seeing how everything always connects to Fairy Tale Guild. Didn't expect to see Minerva right after the arc in which she was both introduced and played a major role. I only hope that the Dark Guild she joined is working under Tartaros and gaining the Eternal Flame as part of the bigger plan that we've learned about as the story progresses. Otherwise, it would be disappointing to have Fairy Tail fight some petty Dark Guild trying to snatch some power and very core of the dark magic would have no interest in. We're too far to the story for that. I want to agree with that 100%. That's the last comment, but that's actually pretty good. But that's another reason that I think a lot of us are getting excited is considering that Minerva's there, and there's probably going to be a lot more than just her and one other person, and the importance of this internal flame, considering, as you said, where we are and where we seem to be in importance as far as the story getting through in Fairy Tail, it looks like it is going to be very important. So this is looking awesome. All right. Anyway, I appreciate everyone's comments, everyone's awesome work, and Seiju, if you're gonna rant, dude, rant. This is awesome. Keep doing this. If this is a rant to you, you keep doing this. This is awesome. Really do appreciate it. All right, that's gonna be it for now. I appreciate everyone's efforts. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get these out. I know you're sick of hearing it. It's like one week I'm earlier on time, the other week I'm late. But I'm just gonna have to keep trying. It's me. Unfortunately, it is me. It's not you. I can't blame you guys. You guys are doing an awesome job with your comments. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here. Awesome job, everybody. Anybody can be a Fairy Tail fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.